All right, what's up, folks? So, if you're in a report right now and you don't see any data, this dreaded situation where everything's blank, it happens to the best of us. It's often just in Power BI, there's so many selections that you can make that it's very easy to have them combined together into a situation like we see here where we don't see anything. But there could be other situations. So I'll show you the process that I always go through to figure this out. The first thing I do is you'll notice that at the top of every visual, if you hover over it, this toolbar appears. And inside that toolbar, we always enable this filter icon. If you hover over that filter icon on a visual that's blank, then what it's going to do is show you this nice pop-up explaining all filters and slicers that are currently affecting that visual. And that's an important thing to understand, that anything, any slicers, any selections you have out here, plus anything in this filter pane is going to combine together to show you what we see out here. And this is the most common reason why people will see nothing. And for example, if you had like a rolling filter or some sort of date filter, and then gradually over time you move forward in the future, it combines together, and then eventually you don't get any data, or maybe there's a filter you had applied that you forgot about. And so we can see here that there are two affecting this visual. The first one is to only see event pages or something like that, which I guess we don't have any events pages in this SharePoint example we have. So I will go here to the filter pane and click the eraser button, and there we go. We can see that data automatically appears. So maybe it's one of these things we had event pages before, and we've either removed them or something like that from this data set, and so we couldn't find anything. It's the most common situation. The same thing, as I said, with relative dates. Sometimes you can get into trouble with this as well. So let's pick something here. I go into detail about this in another article that focuses on what we normally do for date filtering, but as a convenient example here, October 25th is the last data point in my model. So if I pull this back outside of the 25th, I'll also get a scenario where I'll get a lot of blank data, and that's because these two filters are combining. So I'd recommend that you always hover over that filter icon and see what it is that's affecting this visual to get an understanding for what's going on and how to rectify the issue that you see out here. And generally speaking, that just means continue erasing data, or filters rather, until you achieve this situation here where you should be seeing at least some data. Now, if you are at this stage and you still do not see any data, or perhaps you don't see any recent data, I'm filming this in December, and maybe I would expect to see data past November the 29th. The next thing that you should do is go back to your app, and you can assess the last time that it was refreshed. So if I press this Edit App button, it will take me to the workspace itself, and we can look at the data set. The way that data sets work for the Power BI reports that we currently deploy is that they pull data in from a data source. It doesn't get pushed to them. And so if this is not set to refresh, you will not get any more recent data. And so we can see this was refreshed, it looks like today, but it will not refresh in the future. And so if you're the data set owner, you should, first of all, you can press this button to refresh the data immediately, but that's only a short-term solution. You want to automate that and instead schedule a refresh to occur at a regular basis. So you can press the schedule refresh button and set up times that you would like this to run at, and so on. So that's what I would recommend. If you are refreshing this data already and it's scheduled and it's running and you're still not seeing data as recent as you would expect, or none whatsoever, then at this point, especially if you're the data set owner, please contact us and start a support ticket. We'd be happy to help you understand what you need to do to be able to get that flowing. Hopefully all of this combined helps you to be able to quickly diagnose why it is you're not seeing any data and get back to analyzing. Thanks so much.